losing over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Oh whammy, oh whammy. Oh whammy, oh whammy. Oh whammy, oh whammy. Oh whammy, oh whammy.
I don't know why haters be telling me to mind my business when they're out here not minding theirs. Shut your mouth and enjoy the tea. We all know you're here for it, sis. Hello my ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl, I'm Shongwane, aka MizShowbiz for called bring back for entertainment. If it's your first time joining me, you're most definitely welcome. Please do subscribe and of course the bell. I absolutely love you. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram. It's at Owamikongwane, okay? Now my ninjas, today's video, this particular video, I feel like it's going to be one of those videos that is a little bit serious. We're going to be talking about Lady Zamar, and I would like to start by apologizing. And I want you guys to listen to me very, very carefully. I want to apologize to my ninjas, you guys. And the reason why I'm apologizing to my ninjas is the fact that I did not realize, and I am so sorry. I remember that there's a video that I obviously, recorded, and you guys saw the video. It had many comments. A lot of people were disagreeing with me, which I'm used to. But I saw that a lot of you guys were coming from a place of anger. It was not just disagreeing, it was coming from a place of anger, a place of hurt. And I honestly couldn't understand, like, why were you so personal about it? I mean, I understand that the fact that GBV is affecting us all, of course, but I sensed that there was a little bit more to that, and I was right, you guys. I did actually go ahead and have a live. Ended up disabling the comments, but when I was live, I was able to see you guys' comments. Now I'm really sorry, ninjas, that some of you or a lot of you guys have had to go through that. I saw that a lot of you guys were sharing your stories. A lot of you guys were basically talking about how you have not found the courage to go to the police and report the abuse that you guys suffered. I'm really sorry, and I feel like it's also just one of those things where whenever a story comes up and it's another woman that is basically saying, this is my story, this is what happened, most of you guys are compelled to just believe that without even like thinking clearly to say, let me just look at the story itself, because of you're coming from a place of emotions. And I understand that. I'm not even saying that that is wrong. I'm not even blaming you guys. So what I've decided to do is that when it comes to this issue, I am going to report on it, but I'm not going to put my opinion on it as much. So basically that's all I'm going to do, my ninjas. And obviously I'm doing this because my channel is a place where I want us to laugh, I want us to have fun, I want us to learn. And unfortunately sometimes we do have to learn with situations that are really bad and hurtful, and I feel like this is one of those. However, I will be a little bit more sensitive, also just thinking that some of you guys are actually dealing with a lot. So again, I would like to say I am sorry, ninjas. I'm not sorry for my opinion. I'm sorry that you guys have had to go through that, and I'm sorry that I did not realize that. But I'm happy that I did realize that, so I never want to just hurt you guys' feelings or make you guys maybe relive the experiences that you guys did. And another thing again that actually also made me realize something was that I was also a victim. You guys know this. As I said, one day I will tell my story. I was almost raped, but it didn't happen. So I'm not in you guys' shoes, because what you guys went through is obviously worse than what I went through. So that's all I just wanted to say, my ninja. So I'm really sorry. Now let's go ahead and get into this video. Now some of my ninjas, you guys, came to me and they were basically saying that, Owami, there's something here that I saw. I will say that I was sent this particular comment by about maybe 5 ninjas, and I was a bit hesitant. I felt like there was still some heat, so I was like, I'm not going to talk about it. However, I feel like, time has passed. Some of you have held a little bit from the conversation that we were having, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just read it out loud. So for some of you that do not know, Lady Zamar came out, you guys, and she was basically talking about how Sjava raped her. Now you do need to understand that Sjava and Lady Zamar did date. There's also an audio that came out, and this is the audio just to refresh your memory.
And I was trying to get your attention. How can you try to get my attention by sending rough that? Why couldn't you call me and say, check out my
Because
vocals?
I didn't have your number and I was not willing to talk to you. If you're not willing to talk to me,
So
I was
where
not
did you
willing
get
to
my
talk
number
to you.
now?
I got it from Bones. Because I couldn't stay anymore.
So why did you not tweet me or send me a DM?
Because I was adamant to not be the first one to reach out when you are the one that did not even try.
So, if you're saying you're trying to get my attention by sending that to Ralph, now because we deleted the song, what must happen? Yeah, yes, I talk. I'm done, I'm coming.
Why did you delete the song?
Because the song doesn't exist anymore without those harmonies.
But why would you delete it? Why wouldn't you try? You see, this is the thing.
Why?
Why
Trying
wouldn't
to
you
get
try-
someone else to do it?
No, why don't you try to talk to me? That's all I wanted, is to get your attention. To get you to talk to me about something. And your first thought is to just delete the stuff instead of actually just reaching out to me yourself.
And say what? And say,
And say, hey, I don't
Please.
like this. You have no idea. That was your first thought, delete the freaking delete the song. Instead of just call me.
call and say what?
And say, I don't want to delete the song. And I want you on the song. And tell me that you care about me.
You said you're gonna sue
Reassure
us, Mos, if you use your vocals.
But you could have, that was to get your attention. Like, you really don't see that.
Now, this audio, you guys, was actually leaked after Lady Zamar had even pressed charges against Sjava. When that happened, time went. Sjava obviously had not said anything publicly that we could say. There was a time that he did tweet some stuff, obviously defending himself, but he had not have a sit down where he was going to actually just talk to us, which he did. Immediately he did that, you guys, Lady Zamar also went on a live and she spoke about her story. Now when I came here, you guys, I mean, as I said, I'm not going to have too many opinions. I did look at the story and I did say that, in my opinion, I did see that there were some loopholes, but then again, as I said, we're gonna let it go. That's that. There's this comment, you guys, that came out, and I felt like it was just something that we do need to also just talk about. Now, I also do have to say that, of course, I'm not 100% sure, is this person lying? Does this person even know Lady Zamar? But for me, the comment that she said, you guys, it does align with the things that I was saying, and it does align with the things that I saw, where I told you that, guys, that from what I see, Mugo was madly in love with a guy that just did not love her the way that she loved him, which he did admit, and she also admitted in the clip that you guys obviously just heard.
Now, ninjas, I'm gonna go ahead and say this comment is allegedly commented under Lady Zama's post. I'm gonna say allegedly because of, even though a lot of ninjas did send me saying that it was under her post, I checked and I couldn't see. I'm not sure if it's because of, it looks like somehow we can't see Lady Zama's comments, but just to cover my bases legally, this comment was allegedly under one of Lady Zama's posts.
I'm not saying he didn't do it because I was not there when it happened, but all I'm saying is you are so evil, Shem. I don't care if people hate me or not, but I'm saying you are evil because when I took you to Cape Town 2017, you were telling me about this Zulu man of yours and how much you love him and the way he is so good. You spoke highly about your Zulu man, and I remember I was not even aware you were talking about someone I know, and your younger sister asked me if I'm for real. I don't know who he is, and I said yes, and you both continued talking about him the whole night, going on and on about how amazing he is and he makes you feel so good compared to your ex, who was a cheat and used to abuse you. You even compared your relationship to Zinhle and AKA's relationship, saying they loved each other and you liked the way they kept their relationship as a secret for so many years. Now I do have to pause there, like I almost took the wine, honey. I feel like this is serious. Let me not take the wine, but if you're comparing your relationship to AKA and DJ Zinhle's relationship, are you not doomed? But anyway, so then it continues to say, and you were telling me about how you want your wedding and kids with him to be kept privately. The way you were so crazy about this Zulu man, you couldn't talk about anything but him. Even when I was doing your makeup, you kept on calling him, but he was not picking until you told me who he was, and I told you who Kisibata, and you asked me few questions about him. So this is a person, you guys, that's obviously coming out, and that is the comment that she actually put out. There are a lot of people, obviously, you guys, that are saying a lot of comments. I have not seen a screenshot, and I am saying, you guys, I'm not saying it does not exist. I have not seen it where it is one of Lady Zamar's friends that is basically saying that, yeah, you know, she's my friend and she told me this back in 2017 or back in 20 whatever, this and this happened. And I understand that as friends, they don't need to put their friend's business out there. But I do feel like if I'm your friend and I've told you something and you obviously are sure that I told you, and I'm going through this public scrutiny where people are basically saying, well, is it true, is it not? And I have some information that can basically sway people to say, well, if you know her friend is saying this, then we can believe her a little bit more. Then as a friend, I feel like I'd be now obliged to have to say, I need to come forth and basically defend my friend, or just say the truth so that people can see different information. But what keeps on coming up is these screenshots of people like this one, you guys, talking about like the way that things were, and it seems like it's all talking about Lady Zamar just being a horrible person. And I'm not saying that she is, I'm simply saying that that's how it portrays in the screenshots that I've seen. If you guys come across any screenshots where it's maybe Lady Zamar's friend that she told, and that basically obviously talking about the situation and saying that like she did, please do send me a DM and I will be fair and also report on that. But alright, my ninjas. Anyway, everyone, you guys, will come up with their own opinion when it comes to this whole situation. I do wish that the court case can actually fast forward so that, you know, we can just end up finding the truth, and I guess both of them just move on with their lives.